Fair enough? All right. So, we have 2 news stories I'd like to cover today, but I'd like a little more support before we get to them. Let's get a little bit more. Shia just gifted a sub over on Kick, and it went to Manzier. So, congrats, Manzier, and thank you, Shia, for the gifted sub over on Kick. So, guys, listen. We're at $44. Let's get to 50. Let's get it to 50,
What?
and then I'll start with my 2 big news stories for the day.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM?
You're a fucking idiot. Get fucked, you stupid loser who thinks you know anything about anything in real fucking life. You know nothing. You're the epitome of a waste of life.
Well, guess what? That did count, and we're now at 18 out of 20 goals hit here on the stream. So before we even get to any news, any opinions, any updates, FYI, we're 18 out of 20, and DSP tries it for McDonald's. Shamrock Shake plus more can happen as soon as today.
Yeah, let's start talking about our goals before getting into the show. Yeah, nothing new.
Here's the deal. Got to hit 2 more goals, all right? If we hit 2 more goals on this very stream, I will order the McDonald's, and we will do DSP Tries It right after the gameplay segment of this stream ends. We'll do it today.
Yeah, guys, let's donate $300 so I can eat a $5 Big Mac.
Hope that we could do that. It would be great if we could actually hit that today and get the McDonald's today, all right? But if we don't, it's not the end of the world, all right?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I came home from work today and I was so tired, I just fell asleep. I fell asleep on the couch for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I woke up and I still gotta go to the gym. But here we are, bro.
We could still do it tomorrow, but we have to hit 2 goals today, all right? So please support the stream early and often. Super chats, super stickers, memberships on the YouTube side, subs on the Kick side, and of course, tips between anything and between both. It's third party through PayPal. Let's get some support going. Who will be the first person to contribute today? We'll find out shortly. About how yesterday went, because yesterday was a very interesting day. First half of yesterday, I played Avowed, but anyway, I'm excited for more tonight. I hope you'll join me on my late stream tonight for more Avowed. So that went well, but we didn't hit the goal. I want to say by the end of the stream,
So he talked about Avowed for like 2 minutes, and then here we are. We're talking about the financials. Oh no, my first stream on Avowed, RPG overload, guys. I didn't hit the goal. People are here for the game and not me. It's not my fault. Never fucking changes, dude. It's always the same shit, and people buy it.
made like $85. So listen, I'm not going to sit here and complain about that. That's good. But the goal is the goal. We're trying to hit it. And the very first RPG that I played in months since I instituted my no RPGs rule, the first stream we don't hit the goal.
My no RPGs
Do you
rule.
see what I've been saying all along? Do you see why I'm skeptical about playing games like Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, the Suikoden Collection, and further RPGs coming?
The thing is, he's still going to play the Yakuza game because that's what he likes. He likes that game, and he's going to justify and find a reason to play it anyway. And then when it doesn't do well, he's going to be like, well, it's an RPG. It's just a cope for him not to play it. Like, yes, RPGs are boring, but you're an entertainer. You're in entertainment. Like, you have to find a way to keep people engaged and entertained during your boring streams.
So that's what happened with Avowed yesterday.
I also just want to bring up a good point. Somebody in the Kick chat, as I was skipping forward, said we never asked for Avowed, and I agree with that. I don't remember seeing anything where people voted for it or wanted to see it. It's like he's, oh, it's a new game, let's play it, but it's an RPG, so support it. You know, I don't... Who the fuck asked for Avowed? Who's gonna want DSP's lukewarm opinion on a game like Avowed? Nobody.
You can check out the gameplay on the channel. By the way, I think the videos looked great. I was really pleased because this was like the first major release of the year, honestly, that I was doing my new setup with the better capture in the show. First of all, it's canceled completely. We're never doing it again because PPP betrayed me horribly, and he's a horrible person. He's a snake. You're of the snake, right? So that's it. It's done, of course. At least that's what morons were saying all week because they're morons, but of course not. Last night went well. We had a great show. First hour was our shtick of, begging for donations and razzing and going back and forth and just talking about everything but wrestling. And the funny part is...
Okay, two things. First of all, DSP screwed up and didn't include smart guys in the schedule. So whether it was detractors or fans who were wondering, he didn't have it in his lineup for this week, especially after getting shit on all over the weekend. So why would people not ask questions when you fucked up, Phil? Why would people be like, oh, I guess there's no smart guys now, you know? And then Phil's sitting here like, oh, well, the trolls and morons are making big drama out of anything. I saw like one post online about someone saying there's no smart guys this week or something. I think they commented on one of DSP's actual Twitter posts or something. Nobody was freaking out. It was Phil trying to make a mountain out of a molehill and stir up a little drama surrounding this, who probably left it out on purpose. Second of all, PvP got on smart guys, and I'm pretty sure for like the first hour of the show, constantly interrupted Phil and begged for donations, was ironically making fun of Phil and basically killing the show, trying to see how many times he could ask for support, because as y'all know, over the weekend Phil was confronted with, oh, you asked for support 71 times during this gameplay, you asked for support 70 something times while setting up your mic. I'm pretty sure PPP was making a joke out of you and you missed the whole point of it. But you know, I haven't looked that far into it, but it makes more sense than you saying, oh, we razzed and we asked for we begged for donations in the first 20 minutes of the show. Meanwhile, PPP is begging for donations last night, and Phil was sitting there like, all right, I think we should talk about some rest, and then would get interrupted by PPP going, let's get some subs, and like shitting on Phil's audience. I don't, it's clear he'll never get it.
But of course, you know, PPP going into his crazy preacher beg mode and went so overloaded that boom, all of a sudden people started contributing, and the
Gee, I wonder why PPP begged an insane amount just after this past weekend where you got shit on for begging. I guess we'll never put the dots together.
floodgates open, and we almost hit our goal by the end of the night, which is crazy because for me, I want you to think of it this way.
I want you guys to listen to this closely. I had to rewind this. I was going to skip past this, but just listen.
For me, $500 on any given stream is like an insanely huge win. For me, be honest, right? I don't make that much at all. You know, on a good day, I'll just hit the goal on a stream.
So their goal is $500 split between the two of them. But Phil is talking about it in the sense that all that $500 going to him. Oh, I don't make $500 on a normal stream. This is a lot. You mean $250, Phil? I thought you guys were splitting this down the middle. Is that not the case? Do you not have plans to pay out PPP? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Anyway. I just thought the way that he worded that was weird and very selfish. But again, Phil only thinks about himself.
Is to hit these goals. We have 2 goals left to do the McDonald's. DSP tries it, okay? I want to do it as soon as possible, as early as today. Like if we do it, if we hit the goals on this very stream, okay? I'll do it today. So I hope that we can hit it. Like seriously, if we get big support today, I would love to do DSP tries it right after the gameplay segment of this stream. All right, let's do it. Let's hit it. Let's get some support. We got our first memberships. What else are we going to get? Let's get some subs. I don't think we got any subs yet today. And let's get some super chats. Let's get some stuff up on the board here. Okay, now. Yes, I can confirm because guess what I did? I actually now have a pop-out to show me kick contributions. So I can now monitor the kick contributions and not miss them. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know kick lets you pop out that board, but it does. So now I will not miss any kick contributions at all, which is great because I've been having problems missing those subs and I don't want to miss them. So I'm staring at it right now and we've got absolutely no subs this morning. What is going on? Let's get some subs over on kick. Who's going to be the first sub on kick this morning? Okay. Let's do it. Let's get some subs.
Let's not.
Banana Jose says, I'll support you massively if you get back to me in regards to emails. Well, sure, Banana Jose. Support massively right now, and then I'll respond to an email. I don't know what email you're talking about because I haven't seen one from anyone not named Banana Jose. But if you support me massively right now, I promise you I will respond to an email. That sounds like a fair shake and a fair deal. Let's do it. Let's have a friendly internet handshake. Here you go. Here we go. Okay.
But that's not what he said. He said, look at the email first, and then he'll contribute. So you can't just change the demand that somebody is saying, hey, if you look at my email, I'll donate a lot. He's not asking him to do it on stream. He just wants you to look at the email the guy sent you. And if you just open up your phone, look at it for 2 seconds, maybe he'll contribute. But like Phil feels like he's been burned so bad with like the push-ups and other examples where he'll do something first and not get rewarded for it. It's not worth his time to oblige and just look at a viewer's email. Like, it's not an embarrassing thing to do, and you might get paid from it. The guy might be pulling your strings, but like, is it really that hard to look at your email and go, no, I'm not interested, thanks? Or, yeah, I'll get back to you on that. Maybe the guy will donate you. If you're really desperate to hit your 2 McDonald's goals, then I don't think this is the end we'll hear from this.
Now, wait a minute. Someone just said, are we doing this again? The deal from yesterday over on Kick. Well, the deal was for 10 gifted subs, I would give you the VIP badge, and for 25 gifted subs, I would give you the OG badge. Well, no one took me up on it. So I don't think I want to offer the deal today. I don't think so. I think if you wanted that deal, you should have acted yesterday. I don't know what you guys think. You're dragging your feet, and you think now you can come back the next day and ask for the deal that was in. Do you think that if there's a 2-for-1 sale at your local store and it says ends Tuesday, and you come back on Wednesday and you say, well, can I have this 2-for-1 deal? Do you think they're going to give it to you? No, absolutely not.
I mean, if the store is desperate enough that they need to sell all the products, like Phil is desperate enough that he wants to hit this McDonald's goal, yeah, they might extend it a day. I don't see why they wouldn't honor something. You know, the stores you go and the coupon's expired, you know, and they'll take it for a couple days or something like that after. Maybe there's inventory they need to shrink. But yeah, I mean, I'm hard pressed to even believe that this would be considered a deal when you're supposed to give these badges to loyal community members, and Phil has 0 loyal community members. So he sells them to people as if it's a deal instead of like growing an audience and, you know, loyal viewers. People buy their way into his community.
And guys, let's do it. Let's hit the goal on this stream. I want to do the DSP tries it today if possible, at the latest tomorrow. Okay, so we got to hit goals today. Let's hit some goals on this stream. Okay, I received a $1.50 tip. I'm down for that. I am. I'm craving some burgers. Who else wants some burgers? Who else wants some McDonald's fries?
We can tell, Big Belly.
Disgusting. I'm ruthlessly aggressive when it comes to grifting, I guess, which is all good. If people are enjoying the content, I'm making a living. You get great stuff. I make out like we all win. There's no problem with this whatsoever. The only people who have a problem with it are people who are jealous and not good at it themselves and wish that they could do it. That's simple.
Listen, y'all, I want y'all to take all that money you ever thought of spending on DSP and super chat, super thanks, super sticker, donate, tip me right now on this video. Wait, none of y'all ever thought of sending Phil money? All right, never mind. Let's keep going.
Zimmer P. Flans. Is that how you pronounce your name, Zimmer? Zimmer P. Flans? How do you say your name? If you could tell me how to pronounce your name, because I want to get it right. But you've gifted a sub over on Kick. The first sub of the day over on Kick. Thank you, Zimmer. Thank you, Zimmer. All right. Gets us up to 31 and climbing. See? So there's this thing. This thing is called ask and you shall receive. Okay? Because some people are like, well, don't you think that you ask too much? No. I'm obviously not asking enough because I don't hit the goal every stream. Right? I should be asking more. And in more creative ways. Because that's how you make a living. Not by sitting around expecting that everyone's just going to give you everything. You have to work for it. You have to earn it. You have to be vigilant. And you have to be determined. You have to actually bust your balls if you want to get ahead in life. You can't just be a fucking schlub. Which a lot of people want to be. I don't understand. All these big streamers, they just sit around like schlubs and people shower them in money. Yeah, it's because people are stupid.
Stop donating to these streamers that are providing entertainment, that aren't constantly asking for your money, that have sponsorships to help support them and the lifestyle and provide you with content and gameplay. Stop being stupid and supporting them, and support a real hard-working blue-collar streamer like Phil, who's constantly asking for your money and feels entitled to it and calls you schlubs. He must have had a long, hard talk with his therapist over the last day or two, because his attitude has changed from a crying, sulking little baby after the Steven interview, purposely only asking for contributions at like the beginning and end of a stream, to now back, if not where he was or worse so far on this stream with the grifting and the begging for money. He's just embracing it now. And he must have talked to PPP. PPP might have made it okay last night with the stream that they were doing together, where Phil's like, well, PPP can ask for money for like an hour straight, so it must be okay. This is what Phil thinks is a hardworking guy, is somebody who can grift on stream and get money out of people. Like, this is some long-term gig that's going to be beneficial to him when he's older. He's really learning some real life skills. He's really contributing to society instead of putting out content and making good gameplay content with good commentary. He's going to ask for your money. He's going to take advantage. He's going to throw his wife under the bus. He's going to do anything he can to get money. He'll make himself look bad. He'll make his wife look bad. Sounds like a real role model to some of his audience viewers like Jade. You guys are wasting your life. You need to be more like Phil and do nothing with your life except drink alcohol all day and ask for money on stream.
Right? My viewers aren't stupid. I got to ask. But you like that. And we have a good time together.
Yeah.
You give good content and I make a good living. Right? So let's get it going. Mia with another $4 Canadian super chat. That's the equivalent of a $3 American super chat. So I'm going to say thank you, Mia. And now guess what?
The thing is, like, if you made a good living, you wouldn't feel the need to constantly ask every day to hit these goals to make sure you have enough money coming in because you're spending so much money. We all know Phil has 0 cents of money. Money comes into the pocket and leaves as soon as it enters his account. He might be making a good living now, but I guarantee that Phil's got nothing going on for his future. He's got no plan. He's got no security. He's getting all this money in now. Believe me, he's going to have a medical bill or something soon, and he's going to be right back to where he was, bringing up these problems, so you'll pay him.
But you're now on the leaderboard because you have now unseated Little Green Man. It's Mia SFM. Yes, Mia SFM. About $3 with that Canadian super chat. So thank you for that. Now we're up to 34 and climb. You see what I'm saying? We're up to 34. And my new leaderboard for Kick is working because it showed that I got that sub. This is excellent. Now I have leaderboards for everything. This is very good, actually. Excellent. No, I'm not talking about, when I say big streamers, I'm not talking about Kino Casino. They ask too, right? They have to ask. Listen, we're working people, all right? We're not some fucking e-celeb where we turn on the stream and people are sucking our dick already and immediately showering us in fucking, money. We actually have to work for a living, But it's all good. I'm okay with earning my keep. I'm okay with putting out content for you every day and enjoying what I do and then people reciprocating. That's all good. It's the people who have issues.
I just don't understand how you can call asking for people's money working for a living. It's not what work is. Like, yeah, you could say you work if you streamed and you got paid out through, like I said, sponsorships, through YouTube ad revenue. Yeah, you could consider that work if you made enough money, but you don't.
With that are the jealous motherfuckers. Seriously. People who wait, I can't do that, so I'm angry that they're doing it and they're successful. They can't take it.
Me.
Wait, I'm working a schlub-ass job in real life. I couldn't do what they do. That's bullshit. I'm so upset. So now I'm going to fucking sit there and crap on them. Yeah, it's called heinous jealousy. It's what I used to have for Keemstar. Admittedly, 100%. It's what I...
Why would you admit? I mean, we all knew that. Keem, remember when he went on the interview and he's like, Keem, you are one of those people who built an empire of money on YouTube. Like, damn. Yeah, we all know you're jealous, Phil. We all know you're jealous.
used to have for Keemstar. I was upset that he was making a good living doing what he was doing, and I was busting my ass and not barely getting by, and I became a hater. And that's a horrible way to go through fucking life. It really is. Instead of being a hater, get some initiative, get off your fucking ass, work, and get better.
But most people do work. Like, what are you talking about? Are you referring to your audience, like your detractors? I don't understand who that message was even aimed at. Even your fucking detractors make a living from working. They just spend some of their free time shitting on you because you're a loser. And if anybody's watching this and they're like, oh yeah, well, people are just jealous of Phil. People are not jealous of Phil. Phil's got nothing in his future planned. Phil lives a isolated lifestyle with his wife, never even took her on a honeymoon, doesn't do anything, doesn't go out anywhere, doesn't enjoy life, doesn't go on vacation, doesn't leave his house unless it's going to the store once a week, doesn't do anything. His wife schedules his haircut. He doesn't cook around the house. He doesn't do anything. Allegedly, he drinks a lot, went through bankruptcy, has horrible credit, has no future savings. Probably has to pay through the roof for health insurance. Who knows? I don't even care. He probably gets it through his wife, which is probably why he married her. Doesn't have a social life, has no friends, gets shit on by the internet, can't even log on to the internet and say hello world without 20,000 people hating him through his own actions. Doesn't make an honest living because he grifts on the internet and tries to ask you for every cent you have. Doesn't have good health, has health problems. Only says they're getting worse, had properties like a condo that he lost, was fired from every job he ever actually had. I mean, I could go on, and these are horrible things. Like, nobody would want these things. So believe me, when you say, oh, I'm jealous of Phil, he gets to play video games all day, this is the one good thing Phil gets. He gets to play video games. And even when he does that, half the time it's horrible. He doesn't enjoy it. Phil doesn't enjoy playing video games. He's done it for 16 years. When you are doing something that you enjoy during your free time, where it's like, okay, I had a long day, I might have a little drink, I might smoke a little bowl, I might sit down and play a little video game or something like that. It's Phil's life. He's got to sit there for 8 hours a day and play him in front of you, even when he doesn't want to do it, which is why Phil has turned from playing video games for the 8 hours a day down to like 4 to 5, and then fills it with like podcasts and just fills his time with other things that he doesn't have to play video games because he doesn't enjoy them. He would rather sit there for 2 hours with no topics on a podcast and just stare at his chat, ask for money, and talk to them about useless nonsense than actually play a video game and provide entertainment, which is what he's there to do. So no, I wouldn't be jealous, because if I had to play 8 hours a day for video games and it got to a point where like I didn't want to do that, then I'd fucking hate it, especially being a recluse. Like nobody's jealous of that lifestyle, man. And yeah, so the funny thing is, someone in this kick chat, DarksideBeg220, which I'm surprised that guy never got banned, but he goes, whoa, so people with a real job aren't as good as you? I mean, that's not quite what Phil was saying, but he said it in such a tone to make you feel like you're jealous of his lifestyle. Yeah, I can absolutely see it being perceived that way.
Superfly, Brother MJ, with a £5 super chat, now unseating Mia. This Phil, I'm watching with my boys Tom, Brandon, and Jacob. We're big fans. Brandon came out as gay, and he's taken a load of comfort in your content. Well, good for him. Is that? It is Michael Jackson is your avatar. Oh, I was like, is that actually Michael Jackson? So MJ stood for Michael Jackson.
Hey, tell your boy to go search up the May 1st burst. Then he'll really get a load of comfort in Phil.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, and good luck in your future endeavors. That's damn straight. Reliable source just said, thank you for busting your ass playing video games every day and then begging for money. You're welcome. I provide the service you do require, or else you wouldn't be here, right? I provide you with the entertainment that you're seeking. You get it, reciprocate. Except you, because you haven't ever reciprocated, so you better reciprocate right now. Get to it. There you go.
I mean, that's cool. I don't even watch Phil's straight up stream. I'm watching a restreamer, so Phil ain't getting nothing from me. He ain't even getting ad revenue for me. I've never tipped Phil a troll donation. I've never given him money in my life, so I'm sitting here happy as fuck. I've never given this guy 1 cent, and he's given me hours of content to talk about. If Phil was gone, I wouldn't even care, because I've been watching a lot of Joshua Block in World of T-Shirts, and I might start covering him a little bit on here. So, you know, there's more to life than Phil, but to Phil, there's not more to life than money.
This is hilarious. Someone just said, I'm jealous of a 40-year-old with zero savings. Yes, you are, or else you wouldn't have said that. Get it? Because people who aren't jealous don't bother responding. Get it? If you are, you're like, whatever, you just move on. You don't actually stalk something you don't like unless you're jealous of it. Get it?
What?
Right? Like all the hater base of people who are successful, it's because you wish you were them. Simple. Or else you wouldn't be here whining in the chat. You would have just ignored it. But you can't because you're jealous. One day you'll come to grips with that. Anyway.
Like you did with Keemstar?
So, let's get some support. Let's move on. I'm going to talk about the schedule. We're going to do our news stories for today. I got a couple of them. But let's get some more support. We got a good start there, a good early rally. But let's keep it rolling. All right, let's hit the goal. Let's hit the goal on this stream for sure. I want to hit the goal before we finish the podcast, so that way when we start with this game, Lost Records, we could just focus on the game.
But that's so you want $300 before you start the game. That's an unrealistic expectation for someone in your shoes. And then even when you get it, you're going to keep asking for money. So there's no real winner here. I mean, even if people did donate, they'd be like, oh, well, we could hit this goal today and we could start planning out this next DSP tries it like this. There's no end to the grifting. I mean, we all know that, but God, I hate that shirt, man. Cat must pick out his wardrobe. He dresses like a 70-year-old man.
Let's get it going and let's get that momentum rolling. I want to do the DSP tries it, all right? Cool. I'm craving,
I
you want
need
to know
to
the truth?
lift myself
I'm
a little
actually
higher up
craving
here.
a Big Mac, or not a Big Mac, a quarter pounder. I am. Like, I'm actually craving a quarter pounder with cheese right now. I am.
Phil, I hope you watch this video. And I mean this in the nicest of ways. We all crave fast food sometimes. We all crave junk food. We all crave this. We all have our vices. But it comes to a point where you got to step back and be like, maybe I shouldn't eat that stuff. If you allegedly have neck gout, whatever that shit is, where it's hurting your neck or whatever, or you have a health condition where you shouldn't be eating red meat, things like that, maybe eating McDonald's and fast food isn't the answer all the time, and going to the gym and getting healthier is. So just something to think about, Phil. I'm not telling you, listen, Phil, I'm not telling you how to live your life. Live your life as free as you want. All I'm saying is wear bigger clothes if you're going to continue to do that. Thank you.
Okay, so, schedule for the week. Banana Jose says, if you read my email and sort my problem, I'll drop a bomb. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. If you support my stream, I'll read your email and respond. I'm not going to sort your problems out. I'm not your shrink, and I'm not your dad. But I'll read your email.
Yeah, but the audience is your shrink. The streaming is your shrink. Like, this is where you go to figure everything out wrong with your life. You talk about everything on here. So, but like, you got to really hate your audience this much. If you're not like, well, then I'll read it out on stream if you're okay with that. And we can all talk about it together and sort your problem out. Like, it's clear this guy, he's super chatted. He wants your attention to read his email with the implication that you would read his email first. This guy made a deal with you. Whether he lives up to the deal or not, well, that's just the shittiness of being an online streamer, I guess, right? But there's no give or take with Phil. It's all give, and then maybe you can take if Phil wants to give anything back. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, dude. Sorry, move on to your next streamer for your shrink problems.
Okay? Okay. Narwhal Gaming says, well, can't you just order the McDonald's now? We're going to hit the goal eventually. Well, couldn't we just ask the sun to rise now if it's the middle of the night? I mean, that couldn't just fuck everything up, right? You know, why can't we just do everything at any moment when it's not the right moment? Does that make any sense? Why don't we just have the moon fuck the tides up, right? Why don't we just do, you know? What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
Phil ordered Chick-fil-A before he hit the goal. Just remember that. But when somebody tells him to do it, don't you tell me what to do, because I'll bring up a stupid comparison that's not even comparable. You better give me that $300 so I can hit the goal and then I'll order it. Well, when you were desperate enough for the Chick-fil-A, you ordered that because your wife didn't want to cook. So, you know, that's the excuse you're using here. Ugh, I should keep this covered up. What a piece of shit. I don't think I've ever called him a piece of shit on here. What a piece of shit.
You know, eventually Earth is going to explode, and you know, when the sun goes supernova. Why doesn't the sun just go supernova now? It's going to go supernova eventually, so just do it now and just fucking burn us all into fucking oblivion. Narwhal Gaming, if the sun goes supernova right now, I'm blaming you personally. How dare you?
I thought we were doing this
Today.
like 20 minutes ago. How fucking... Where am I?
Today.
I guess he's gone. This show sucks.
The day stream will be the premiere of Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I hope you guys will show up. I hope you guys will engage. I hope you guys will support. Or if you just support, that's good too.
I mean, I'm sure it is, because you don't care about your community. You don't care to engage with them. I mean, at the end of the day, you're only here for the money. You've made it clear. But nobody's telling you to play this game. He plays these Yakuza games, and it's like they never do that well. Maybe the first stream on some of them. I don't know. And then he's got the whole Dendoko thing that he did with Kat that backfired and turned into a big memeable moment. Why are you continuing to just play these games when your audience doesn't want them, right? But then you'll skip games like Civilization and stuff because you don't want to play them. I don't know. It's stupid. I mean, he can play whatever the hell he wants, but the games that he chooses to play, it's like, no wonder your stream's not going to do well. You're playing this game that you know isn't going to do well, and you say it's not going to do well in your streams.
But if you want to show up and engage with the content, that's also nice. But if you would support it, notably, that's the major focus, okay? Anyway.
The fake laughs, man. How do you even laugh like that?
Being transparent here, I am nervous about this game, okay? I love the Yakuza series. I want to play this game. But last year when I played Infinite Wealth...
See, this is the annoying thing. We're only playing this game because Phil really wants to play it. And then it's not going to do well. And Phil's going to bitch out his audience. And it's going to be a nice moment for restreamers and detractors to clip. And he's going to get mad at his audience. Like, why is nobody supporting this? This is why I don't play RPGs. And it's like, well, nobody asked for this.
Fair enough. All right. So we have 2 news stories I'd like to cover today. But I'd like a little more support before we get to them. Let's get a little bit more. Who's over on Kick is going to gift another sub? We only have 1 sub on Kick. Let's get another sub. Who's going to be sub number 2 on Kick today? Okay? And who's going to be the first $10 super chatter? Let's get someone to beat the person on the leaderboard there. Okay? And by the way, what about tips?
It's like he's taken after like the Wall Street Journal website, you know, where they paywall all the content. So you got to sign up and pay them before you can see any of the news articles. I fucking blocked those websites long ago because clearly they don't want my traffic or business. But yeah, how pathetic. You're paywalling news stories. So you're just going to sit here and stare at the screen during a podcast where you're supposed to be providing content and talking about topics. We're just going to not do it and paywall it.
You only have $1 tip? Let's get another tip for today. That would work.
Tondoki Island. Look at his eyes scanning the chat for things about money.
Let's see. I got distracted. Sorry.
I got a question. Maybe I should type it in his chat so he reads it since he's just staring at chat. Why is KK Kirk not banned, dude? Why do you tell him to create another account and come back and not ban the guy? Well, I've already made a video on that you didn't ban him last time when you said he's been saying incredibly racist stuff for years and told him to just knock it off. And it's like, the guy's not going to change. You need to get him out of your chat because you just are accepting these people in your community. You make it look like your community's full of and racists, dude. It's actually a bad look because you're allowing stuff like this in your chat. You make your audience look bad. So then the people who are, you know, nice people that don't do these things tip you anonymously. They can't even say their name because you have a toxic community that you let racists run wild, and you let people like Derek and the dragon dude Darziak just run free with the weird lifestyles that they live that people have uncovered. And you just, no, it doesn't bother me. I'm not even going to look into it because that'll give the trolls a win. I mean, that's also weird that you just allow that, but.
All right. I guess we're going to get to the news stories because I got distracted and now I can't remember. I lost my train of thought. Shia just gifted a sub over on Kick, and it went to Manzier. So congrats, Manzier, and thank you, Shia, for the gifted sub over on Kick. So guys, listen, we're at $44. Let's get to 50. Let's get it to 50,
What?
and then I'll start with my 2 big news stories for the day.
What?
Well, who's gonna?
Hold on. He just yelled at some guy he wanted money from first before he would go and read his emails and help him with his problems. Now he's demanding people get him to a certain number before he starts the news article. That's not what's at the deal, dude. Didn't you just do this with somebody in your stream about the emails? You said that that's not the deal. So now, what does Phil always say? You're moving the goalposts now after already making the deal of just, hey, let's gift a sub or something like that. The nerve of this dude.
Gonna get tossed in the next 6 so we can get to 50, and then we can get to the news today. Let's do it, right? I got 2 interesting news stories to cover today.
Fucking Carrot Top. And I ain't talking about me.
By the way, you notice that guy was full of bull. The guy says, oh, you know, will you respond to my email? I said, sure. He said, you're going to contribute, and then I'll respond to your email. And he sent $1. Well, no. That's not a major contribution as you had prefaced your inquiry with.
Because the guy clearly doesn't trust you to hang on your end of the bargain. Like, you're sitting here demanding more money after you were like, let's get a sub or gifted sub or something like that. And that Shia dude does it. Now you're like, well, let's get 50 and then I'll start the news articles. So if you're such a grifter and you can't keep your promise on that, why would he send you a bunch of money when it's clear you can't keep your promise on anything else? And that guy never agreed to doing that. That guy wanted you to read the email first. Is it really so hard? Yeah, just tell him you'll do it off stream. Maybe you can drop a bomb later. Like, you can address it so many different ways, but you got to be the biggest schlub about it. By the way, I like using that word now.
Can you get with $1 today? Think about it. What can you actually get with $1?
Oh, I know what you can get with $1. You can go to like a copy store, print out your resume to go get a fucking job.
Jared Walsh, 27 months as a member. It's not a new membership, but I appreciate your ongoing support, Jared. He says, GameStop is ending their shop.
Yeah, Jared, thanks for the $5 last night when I was offline renewing your membership for the year. It doesn't count towards anything, though. Go ahead, get fucked.
Shops in Canada and France. Is that true? Is that breaking news?
I'm sure it gets worse from here. I'm ending it here. He's only, he's like an hour into his podcast, and I can't even finish this. I don't have time to fucking sit here through all the begging. It's bad. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment. If you ever thought of throwing DSP money, throw it my way. Just saying, you know, hardworking guy. I actually have a job and put it towards things to, you know, make my life and stream better. But anyway, I'm just kidding. Yeah, fuck you. Teach me how to grift better, though. Any final thoughts I have? Let's see if he hits his double goals and gets his little Big Mac to stuff his face with, or his quarter pounder. And let's see if little Philip gets a happy reward at the end of the day. And hopefully Cat doesn't have to cook. We shall see. Is Cat cooking tonight? That's the real question, everybody. Is Cat fucking cooking? Peace, y'all.